It's one of the most unselfish things that you can do is to help a mom that you're probably never ever going to meet. But in heaven someday, hopefully you'll get to meet her. And saving lives is what we're here for. We're here to save lives eternally, and we're here to help people in the physical realm. So thank you. This is one of the last chances that you're going to have to give today, and we hope that you are getting on board and doing. If you've been thinking about it, now's the time. 1-888-288-0003 or go to crossroads.ca. I am delighted now to introduce you to someone you know very well, Moira Brown, someone who has sacrificed personally for this issue, Moira, giving up your own daughter to go and serve as an intern with Save the Mothers for 8 months in Uganda.
Wrong word, Cheryl. Privilege. All privilege. That was not a sacrifice. And my daughter would say the same. She's heading to a master's in globalization and international development. She'd had 4 trips to Africa before. She'd actually spent a year of her life in Africa, all told. And this just was, it was difficult for her to come home.
Really?
Yeah.
And what's the impact, as you've heard her stories and you've seen she's been just a really profound blogger. We had her on the show this week. What's the impact on you, Moira?
Oh, well, I have to do a little confession, because the Lord knows I've been a bit engulfed in current events, the nightly news drama, and all that's going wrong in the world. And the Lord has orchestrated in recent weeks that I would just have a parade of heroes in my space, including a little, probably 5-foot Dr. Eve and 5'2" Dr. Jean, these small but mighty change agents. And yes, God is still writing amazing stories, and He is giving us, this is what has come to me, He has given us the responsibility and the privilege, not of maybe sacrificing as these women are, of living in dangerous and uncomfortable places for the kingdom, but of resourcing them, praying for them, supporting them any way we can. And it's a high calling. This is, we don't see this on the news. We don't see how God's people are making a difference in the world, honoring Him, the one who came to heal the brokenhearted, to give the oil of joy instead of the spirit of despair. We need to be a part of it. You know, Jean's husband is a journalist, and one of his many wonderful articles is called An Intolerable Terror. Here's what he writes. For Ugandans, the real story is this: dead mothers. Shaking and convulsing, crying in horrible blood-spattered agony, mothers are dying terrible deaths while doing something as natural and loving as giving birth. This is the real story that needs to be told repeatedly until nobody can stand it anymore. Yeah. That's what this week's about.
You know, Dr. Eve talked to me about that moment when she sees in a mother's eyes that she knows she's not going to make it to see her child live. And just how hard that is, you know, because moms, you just want to be around to protect your child, you know? You have that very same instinct for your kids. Yes. And to have to let them go for something as simple as we saw this week, $25 for gas in an ambulance to get them to a health facility, or medication that costs less than $1. What does it mean to you to know that we can change it, that we don't have to accept it, and you see those people on the front lines making a difference?
This is my joy. This is my joy. Tom again said, the question is, how much do illiterate village women really count on the global agenda? As daughters and sons of the King of Kings, we know how much they count on His agenda. Yeah. They're right at the top. So what's our responsibility?
Yeah, absolutely, to step up. And Moira, you're one of those people who's been such a strong voice for the least of these. Thank you for coming on and just cheering us on in this work. We so appreciate you.
My privilege.